Hi, here's another cartoon workshop. I hope you enjoyed the last one. We're going to draw faces again. I hope you got your pens and your pencils ready. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you with my pencil just why I prefer starting off with a pencil sketch. Is because you can make all your alterations, you can sketch things, get the shape just right, and you can rub out your mistakes, which you can't do with your pen. You know, you can alter shapes. I'm putting the nose in here, the little side of the nose thing, which is an ALA. I found out ALA. It was bugging me, that, so I found out. Okay, so working in pencil, you can go over those lines once they're perfect and you're happy with them. So I'm just doing it quickly just to show you that if you're working in pencil, you can go over it in pen later and rub out all the lines that you don't need. I always do this when I'm working on a cartoon that I want to do for somebody's birthday present, or you know, a nice cartoon of somebody, and it just takes a few goes to get all the different shapes right on their eyes and the nose and everything. So also I'm going to show you the reason why I draw the eyes first and not the head, because we'll get onto this later, a different way of drawing, but again, don't start drawing yet. I'm just showing why if I draw the head first, I kind of run out of space sometimes of where I want the eyes to be, and squash them in. They're not exactly how I want them to be in the nose, and I've got no room for the mouth. I can do my ears. Remember the ears with the letter C? So things get a bit squashed in, so that's why I start with the eyes. So okay, get ready. Here we go all together now with the circle or the zero. A nice round one or oval, whichever shape you want, you start with that one, just like we did before, but this time it's a face looking straight at you, so I'm doing a circle right next to it. So you got two zeros together, or two O's together. Okay, so those are the eyes looking straight at you. Now these little points here, you don't have to do those, but that's kind of where I like to start. For this size nose, it's like a U shape again. So we've got the eyes and the nose now. Hope I'm not going too quickly for you. A big U shape for the mouth. A little lip underneath there like I did last time. Just a different angle on the face. Little cheeks. And the C shape again, but I'm doing just average size ears. It's just to give you an idea of a different angle to draw the face. Small C inside again. I'll show you a different way of drawing ears at a later time as well. But it's just all adding to your all your techniques. Now I'm going to draw this like a U shape, but I'm going to do it in two parts. I'm going to come down to there, and on the other side to there. Okay, now we can do a different type of chin now, right there. So I'm going to do a U shape in there. There's lots of U shapes going on if you think about it, all nice round shapes for cartoons. But that gives a different look to the face again. With the eyes, I'm going to make them look a bit dopey again. So a line across the eye can be at different levels if you like, to make it look a bit more cartoony. And again, just the eye shape there, leave a little bit out to make it look shiny. The eyebrows, like a little wedge, like a triangle shape there. And there you've got a different type of face than I showed you last time, just a different angle. Very, very similar. And the hair, I'm just going to put some spikes around there. Okay, so there's one type of face. See how you go along with that? We do our neck again, little skinny neck there. And if you remember last time we did a collar, same again, to show it's going around the back, because I like to do things 3D wherever we can. It does make a difference to your cartoons, and just shade that in a little bit. Okay, so that's that one, that's done. Okay, starting with a different shape now. We're going to do the same thing again, so you know, just like you did last time. Circle. And next to it, you do another circle. Another face looking straight at you. That's it. We'll put the ears on the side. I'm going to do great big ones this time. All these shapes, like, it's basically an O and a C. Okay? That's all it is. And I've done great big ears this time because you can play with this. I want you to try and experiment, do as many different face shapes as you can. And this nose, I'm doing a curve. It's quite a long nose. And we're doing another curve to meet up with it. There, that gives you a different type of nose shape than I did before. And for the face shape, we're going a straight line going down. And that's pretty straightforward. You should be able to do that, no problem. The mouth, I'm going to look like he's whistling or looking surprised. So, a little dot for the mouth. Always put the lip underneath for that little bit of shadow. And the eyes again, I'm making him look cross-eyed. Because you make him look as funny as you like, as silly as you like. Now the little wedge I did on the other eyes is the same as I'm doing on this one. So I do a line, then a little line going up. And you end up with like a triangle shape, like a little wedge. And you can shade that in. Little bags under the eyes. Again, detail that you can add a few lines anywhere. It just looks more and more detailed however you do your cartoons. This collar I'm doing now, we did it last time. 2 rectangles. And a little line at the back. Shade that in. Again, you've got that 3D shape. It's so much more interesting than just a straight line. And we've got the V shape there. As I say, we'll get onto the bodies later. But for now, we're just working on faces. If you've got a pencil nearby or you're already working in pencil, just try a little bit of shading. Just get used to it, very light. Don't be pressing on trying to put a big hole in the paper. Because like I said before, if you've got a rubber on the end of your pencil or if you have a rubber handy, you can always get rid of any of these. I'm shading all the way down on this one. And just does a bit under the lip. A little bit of shading under the eyes. And it does make a difference. It makes the whole thing look 3D if you've got that little bit of shading in there. For the hair this time, I'm just going to do some lines going over like that. You can really play with that. It can be completely your own. On one side it's looked like he's had it shaved. Maybe he's got one of those, you know, he's been to the barbers and got one of those, a fade. But he's looking a bit old-fashioned now because he's got a bit of a moustache. Just play with it, just mess around with it. Once you've got these basic shapes, all these C's and U's and O's, you can just play around with it. Add things all the time. Don't be afraid of doing your own thing. I'm even going to put an earring here. A little curved line. A little curved line next to it. Do it in stages because it's just, you can take your time with it. And link these up. And that looks like it goes from the front of his ear around the back, and you don't see the back bit, it's hidden. But they all add little details to your cartoon. So I hope yours is looking something like it. So there's the other cartoon we did without any shading. And I just think that looks a little bit more detail for the few seconds it takes on his nose and everything, so that's good. I hope you've got something like it. And one thing, don't forget, hope you're signing it, hope you got your signature down, hope you've been practicing it. Great, okay, so that's me. Make sure you put yours there. Okay, another one. Try again. We're going to do a different type of face this time. For everyone's thinking I'm maybe just drawing manly faces and silly looking men. Well, here's a more feminine face for anybody who wants to draw a more feminine face. So I'm going to start with like a little arch, if you can copy that. It sort of starts slightly higher at one end than the other, but that's not too important. Just get used to the shape of it. I'm leaving a bit of a gap because it does make a difference when you're drawing a more feminine face. There's another arch next to it. Okay, so you've got like, it's very important that space in the middle, because it alters the face quite a lot. Not that it's important at this stage, but you can experiment with it. So I've now put a line from one edge to the other in like in more of a U shape again. Nose, I'm just doing something really simple. It's more of a shadow than a shape. There, that's all it needs. Honestly, it's all it needs to make it look like a decent cartoon. For the mouth and lips, looks very difficult, but if you can do a heart, the top of a heart, or an M, think of it as like a curly M sign. Then the bottom, a U, the letter U. Just try and get as much shape in there as you can. And then just a little dot. It's like she's pouting a little bit. So now for the eyes, she's going to be looking over in that direction, so I curve it that way, over that side. Yep, all the way over there, perfect. So she's looking at something very interesting over in that direction. So you've got the two eyes. Now we put them in the middle of the eyes, and you can have fun with this now, because you can colour that little bit around the outside. This is the pupil, this is the black bit in the middle of the eye. So you can colour that in with your pen or your pencil, shade it in, leave that little bit to make it look shiny. And you've got the eyes looking over in that direction. There. Now for the eyelashes, just put some nice curvy lines. Try and make all your lines quite curvy when you're doing the cartoons, because it brings more life to the cartoon. Shorter eyelashes at the bottom. So now for the eyebrows, I'm going to do them very, very similar shape to the top of the eye. Looks like she's been spending a bit of time on those. Now from the outside of the eye, you just do right down there to the bottom of the lip. Start on the other side, again, down to the bottom of the lip. Don't worry if it doesn't look exactly like mine, it doesn't need to, it's your cartoon, so you can practice this. You can watch this video again and try again. For hair, again, you can play with this. We can get onto hairstyles later. If you're enjoying this, I'll do one dedicated to more feminine cartoons. As you can see that space between the eyes now. Just alters the face. If you make it close together, it looks different. So you just, lots of swirls for the hair. And I'm just putting a small neck on there and just a V-neck. And there, you've got a nice feminine face. I'm going to shade in now, so if you've got your pencils, or if you've got coloured pens, you know, you can try a coloured pencil. You can do nice pink, nice colour for the eyes. You can have blue, brown, whichever colour you prefer. Just shade those in with a pencil, coloured pencil, the same as I'm doing with an ordinary pencil. A little bit of blusher on, a little bit of slap, and there you've got a feminine face. So I look forward to seeing what yours is like. Don't forget to sign, and go over the video again if it went a bit quick for you. I'm sorry, and you know, keep it up, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Send in your pics onto the Facebook.